Welcome to day 3. Today we're going to talk about project management soft skills. You might heard these as power skills or transferable skills. These are referring to the skills you need to leverage to work with people. So PMI Project Management Institute has defined there are 10 power skills required for a project manager. So let's walk through them. The first one is stakeholder management. This referring to building and maintaining this positive leadership with those people who are affected or interested in the project's outcome. So those are the stakeholders, and how do you build relationship with them and maintain this relationship with those stakeholders is your stakeholder management skill. Secondly, negotiation and influencing. So this is referring to a project manager's ability to persuading others to reach this beneficial outcome. Throughout project, there's definitely an outcome that you are moving towards. So how does a project manager negotiate with some stakeholders, negotiate with the clients, and influence the project team members so you can achieve that outcome? Decision making. This refers to the project manager's ability to making informed choices quickly and effectively. There are lots of decisions in a project, and often project manager is the one leading the team to make those decisions. Team motivation, inspiring and energizing team members. As we talked about, project manager might be the leadership role of a project team, but there often is a team of members who are actually working on the different tasks of the project. So part of project manager's role is to motivate the team members so they are motivated to work on the project. Conflict resolution. When work with people, there are often conflicts that raised by disagreement or the disagreement of style of working. Regardless of the reason of the conflict, project manager is responsible for managing and resolving those disagreement or issues so the project is not impacted. Change management. Guiding and managing change in the project environment. It could be that customer asking for a specific change in the middle of project execution. So as a project manager, how do you manage that? And how do you resolve that and get back to reach agreement again so the project can continue to move along? Risk management. So as we talked about in a project charter exercise, a project may have risks. So project manager needs to identify those risks, assess the impact, and come up with mitigation activities to mitigate those risks from happening and minimize their impact on the project success. Performance management. So that referring to project manager's ability to monitor, assess, and improving the team and the project performance. So not only the team is performing at a high performance level, also the project is meeting its criteria and KPIs and be able to deliver to requirement. Continuous learning. And this is referring to a project manager keep updated in the latest project management and related field. So you always know what's the latest in the field, also in the company. What's the latest guideline? What's the latest tools and process? What's the latest project management methodology in this industry? Culture awareness and diversity. This is referring to a project manager's ability to recognizing, respecting, and leveraging the diverse background and perspective in the team. So a lot of times, project team might be global, people from different cultural background, from different time zone. So they might have their input and perspective on how to solve specific problem, how to execute specific tasks. Project manager must have the ability to recognize that difference and be able to respect and leverage the diversity in the team to come to the best solution. So these are the top 10 power skills defined by PMI for a successful project manager. However, as you're thinking about starting your first project management job, there is one skill is the most important for you to possess and be able to demonstrate, and that is communication skills. So let's dive in, talk about communication skills. Communication skills for a project manager involve the ability to convey, share, and exchange information related to a project in a clear, concise, and effective manner. It's certainly very important for project manager to be able to leverage your communication skills to drive the project team on the same page, reaching alignment and agreement on the task, and be able to make progress accordingly. So, what are some ways of communication? Let's talk about different channels and different ways of communication. Especially now, consider a hybrid working environment. There are certainly more communication channels than before the work remote exists. So it certainly brings more challenges for project manager. So the first thing, and maybe also neglected by a lot of people, is active listening. Active listening is a way of communication. So this is about genuinely focusing on the speaker and understand the message, asking and engaging that clarifying question and not interrupting. So make sure that you are able to understand the message, grasp the concerns, provide the feedback, and understand the insight from other team member or stakeholder. So as a project manager, in this case, you're taking a much more passive role, but having a good ability to actively listen to your team members and stakeholders is a very effective communication skill. Secondly, verbal communication. Project manager, you have to articulate your ideas, describe the tasks to the team members, provide instructions, and communicate the project status in meetings. All those are through verbal communications, no matter it's in a one-on-one setting or a large group setting. So all of those are the ways for you as a project manager to deliver information. Written communication. Project manager throughout a project have to write a lot of different emails and documentations. No matter if you're writing an email or provide an update to a project charter or provide a project status report, those are all different ways for written communication of the project status. There are also a lot of non-verbal communications, referring to your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. So in a project meeting or a project discussion, be aware of what you're expressing with your body language, your facial expression. It's also another way of managing the communication. Last but not least, presentation. Project have milestones. It could be project kickoff, project milestone review, or project delivery. Those are the major milestones that project manager needs to represent the team, present high-level project ideas, issue, and status. So having the ability to effectively and clearly present the project status to those stakeholders and customers is another way of managing communication. So those are the different communication channels. Very likely you will see that you're leveraging all of them in a project communication. So now, over to you. Day 3 exercise. In the project example you've shared in day 1, how did you manage communication in that project? And out of all these communication channels we just discussed, how many have you leveraged and how did you leverage them? So go ahead and write a post or record a video for the day 3 exercise and put it in the Facebook group. I'd love to see your answer. If you have any questions, leave it below. I'll see you in day 4.